All-wheel drive specialist Subaru needed to find its place in the highly coveted SUV sector. This segment is quite trendy these days and is even putting some distance between itself and the traditional family van. An SUV offering the same, if not better, capacity and safety, Subaru's B9 TRIBECA has made its way to Europe 1 year after going on sale in the United States. The B9 will also be looking to nip at the heels of the Volkswagen Touareg, for example, and to do this, it's wagering on its design. And in this area, the B9 is quite unique. At first glance, it surprises. The front end is rather flattering, while the rear is, well, quite different, if not simply bizarre. It both impressed and disappointed during the test. It's the same story when it comes to the interior. This wave that forms the dashboard works well and proves that Subaru is making much appreciated strides in this area. The finish quality is good, while not totally perfect. The ergonomics are very straightforward. The radio, GPS, rear vision camera, heated front leather seats and sunroof are all standard issue, and there are just two versions, the 5-seat version that you see before you and a 7-passenger. Subaru is gunning for the high-end market with the B9 TRIBECA. Up to this point, we've seen that Subaru has done all it can to succeed in the SUV range. A well thought out design, perhaps even too much with the new interior. Now we move on to road handling, and the Japanese automaker is sure to score strong points with its many years of all-wheel drive experience. So, we decided to drive it through the mud. We didn't dare to go into the really deep and thick stuff though, because in the end it won't handle anything more than a city sidewalk. It's quite rare for an SUV buyer to do any real off-road driving. The four-wheel drive is there more than anything to ensure the everyday driving safety of the driver. Once we got out onto the road, we immediately felt some unwanted slop in the steering wheel. At first, we thought it was the tyres, then the front axle, and finally the steering. It was quite hard to find the culprit of this sensation, which in the end we got used to, but didn't care too much for. The second thing we noticed was a fair amount of rolling, which is always a shame. And finding a proper driving position is quite complicated. But despite all of this, the Subaru B9 TRIBECA is both sane and comfortable. The 245 brake horsepower flat-six engine, coupled with an automatic 5-speed transmission, does its job in hustling along the 2 metric tons of the vehicle. Even though we have some criticisms, it will find its place in the sector, thanks in large part to the generous equipment package.